Welcome to the Heart2Heart video newsletter, where we endeavor to give you the Heart2Heart news in 30 minutes or less. My name is Jean Alford, and I am the shadow president this year and mentor for the VP of Public Relations for Heart2Heart, and I will be your moderator. Let me introduce Kimmy Avery, our president.
Thank you, Jeannie. I'm Kimmy Avery, and I'm the president of Heart2Heart Toastmasters Club. We are virtual, but we hail out of Oakland, California. In this month's newsletter, we are highlighting how to leverage leadership. In this episode, Jeannie Alfred is going to be interviewing Linda Patton as our spotlight video of our member who is achieving greatness outside of our Toastmasters Club. Then I will be talking about what a high performance leadership project is and how it will benefit you to dive in and do one yourself. Then Dr. Michelle Pedicola is going to be talking about self-esteem and personal growth through Toastmasters. Michael Ann Conley is going to be talking about scheduling a pathway orientation so that you know how to utilize this amazing set of tools we have in our Toastmasters community. And then Annabelle Kolstock is going to be talking about our membership drive and how you can get points and get spotlighted in this newsletter by joining this team. So Annabelle will be telling us about our membership drive and how you can get spotlighted in our newsletter by participating in that. Then I will be sharing about why you want to get involved in our meetings, what it will do for you, and how we can make our meetings a worldwide phenomenon. Then Annabelle will be talking about what's coming up for Heart2Heart in our club and what we need roles for and what we need help with. And then Michael Ann will talk about the April 15th deadline. And you want to know what that is because you want to get points. After that, Annabelle will talk about our celebrations and acknowledgements for our member achievements outside the club and inside. After that, Jeannie will be talking about the Speakers Bureau. And Michael Ann, after that, will be talking about submitting your speeches through Pathways and printing out your certificate. So you know how to do that so you can get the credit that you want. Back to you, Jeannie.
Thank you, Kimmy. Today, I have the pleasure to interview our own Linda Patton. She's one of our spotlight moments that Kimmy mentioned. This is a benefit for those members who step up and help us lead our club. This includes officers, shadow officers, and mentors. It's a great benefit and it helps in visibility. So if you're interested in this particular benefit, you can either be interviewed like this will be, or you can have a solo talk like Karina had last month. Just let Kimmy know, or any of the officers, and we would love to have you get involved. Now, Linda is a multifaceted, impressive woman. I can't even tell you all the things that she's doing. She's a leadership expert. She's an event planner. She's an international speaker. And you think that would be enough. But she's also a best-selling author, and she shows women how to realize their own leadership abilities and how to create their own inspiring lives. So I want to welcome Linda Patton to the spotlight. Hi, Linda.
Hi, Jeannie. It's so nice to be here. Thank you for asking me.
Well, I am looking forward to learning a little bit more about you, because as we see each other in Toastmasters all the time, it's more social, so we don't always understand the depth of our skills that we can share with each other. So this is really an opportunity I'm looking forward to. Now, I gave a brief summary of all you do, but did I do you justice? What else can you tell us about Linda Patton in the world?
Well, Jeannie, we can look at Toastmasters. There's so much that I'm doing with Toastmasters. I chartered a club, Leaders Worldwide. I'm the secretary for Heart2Heart. I'm the district finance manager for District 57, and I get a chance to speak around the world. I've spoken in Saudi Arabia. I'm doing a piece tomorrow for World Speech Day, and there's just so much, but that has nothing to do with my business, which is teaching and mentoring women entrepreneurs and business owners in the art and skill of leadership.
If it has nothing to do with what you do in your life as an entrepreneur, it has nothing to do with Toastmasters. How did you find Toastmasters and specifically Heart to Heart?
Oh, we have one member to, I guess, say thank you to, which is Cynthia Stott. And Cynthia, who is the VPE for this club, was stalking me for many years. And I love the fact that she was persistent. She'd call me about something and we'd do some things together, and she'd say, "So you're going to join Toastmasters?" No, not going to do that. Until she did Speechcraft in.
That you credit back to Toastmasters.
Jean, I mean, there's some really awesome benefits from the fact that you get a chance to speak. You get a chance to hone your craft. I mean, I was a decent speaker. Otherwise, Cynthia wouldn't have asked me to be a demo speaker. But I've really been able to fine tune. I've been able to expand the repertoire of speeches that I have, and to be able to test other things, to be able to do something humorous or a storytelling or something inspirational. And it's a safe place to do that. Plus, I've gotten a chance to meet just so many fabulous individuals who are Toastmasters, and been able to bring some of them into my programs, and definitely have many of them read my book. And it's just been an experience that grows from day to day to day. Otherwise, I wouldn't continue. And I definitely would not have stepped into all the roles that I'm in now.
Before we move on, what was the name of that book? No One Stood Up When I Entered the Room. I've read it. It's an easy read and it's very insightful, and it's available on Amazon, I believe.
It is. You can also get it at Barnes & Noble if you choose. But the cool thing is the subtitle, which is One Woman's Journey from Command to True Leadership. This is partly my story. As you know, Jean, I started in the U.S. Army as an officer and retired as a major. So I come by my command honestly. I had to learn true leadership.
As a child of a colonel, I understand.
I bet you do.
I will say, I do want to point out that you have a great combo word, better than all of those name combinations that we get, like, I can't even think of any right now, but the combo word that everyone needs to learn and hopefully practice is confluence. And
Yes.
that means what?
It's a word that was actually coined in my workshop by the people in the class. And they actually came up with confluence, which has to do with rivers coming together. And I said, no, it's confluence. It's the COM from command and the fluence from influence. So it brings together the masculine and the feminine, and they get to dance that wonderful Argentine tango together and truly bring the best of both styles.
It's a great word, and it's really important, especially as we become bigger and bigger influences in the business world. That level of skill is excellent. So I highly recommend the book. Like I said, it was an easy read, and I learned a lot. But let me pivot back to. So you said you picked up some experiences and some newfound skills and benefits with working with Toastmasters, and you're clearly a leader in the entrepreneurial life. But how do you apply those newfound skills to your business life? Because we have a lot of entrepreneurs in our audience, and what can they do when they learn these skills?
You're talking specifically about leadership skills or skills from Toastmasters?
Skills from Toastmasters.
Toastmasters, there are individuals who like to say, and I agree with them, that it's an MBA in education. And you learn not only, for me, leadership, but also you learn finance. If you've been a treasurer, you can learn the skills of engagement and bringing people into the organization, which helps you with doing enrollment for your own programs. As the president, you get a chance to truly lead a group like Herding Cats, which is another one of my books. And because again, they're volunteers, they don't have to listen to you. So they kind of wander around. But when you really embrace the presidential role, you begin to bring them together and to have them all marching in the same direction. Education, there's just a whole bunch of education, not only pathways, but I know as finance manager, I get educated into the fine art of district finances, and I can take that into my business and use it there as well. So to be honest, I find that all of the roles that you play in Toastmasters have value in your own company. Because I don't know about you, but when I opened my company, my organization chart had pictures on it of me in every one of those roles. Now, as I've grown the business and morphed, I've changed those pictures to people who can do those jobs better, but I had to know how to do them first. So Toastmasters is one place where you get a chance to, again, practice safely those roles that you need in your business.
I like that MBA, kind of reference, because it's practical. You learn a lot and you can apply it to your own life, however it works for you.
And it costs you $90 a year, as opposed to the $80,000 or more that it would cost you to go to a college and learn the stuff that you're learning here.
It's a huge value when you compare it to a Harvard MBA.
Exactly. Yeah.
And also, it's a great networking kind of thing because we meet people of all walks. How's that helped you?
The cool thing, I got a chance to speak in Saudi Arabia. I'm doing an interesting panel discussion tomorrow on Clubhouse, and I was invited by one of our Leaders Worldwide members, Emmanuel Abajuan, who is in Nigeria, to be able to be part of that. And so the cool thing is you get to meet people from all walks of life, from all different kinds of businesses, both interior to organizations and those that are entrepreneurial. And we all bring a slightly different story and we bring different experiences. And that rich tapestry becomes this wonderful quilt that we call Toastmasters.
You're putting the international in Toastmasters International.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, and Jean, just to know, Leaders Worldwide is in 35 countries now and 16 states. So we can probably say that we are truly an international organization.
Yeah, we're proud of our little sister that birthed out at Heart2Heart.
Yes.
Very proud. But what's going on in your life now, and how can viewers learn more about you and your services?
Jean, the thing that's top of mind to me, actually there are a couple of things, but one is the workshop that I'm doing. It's a 16-week program that awakens the leader within. The new one starts in July, but in the meantime, there is a workshop happening April 7th, and you can get information about that on my website, which is leadwithlynda.com. And there is information and programs about both of those. The workshop is a great way to experience us and to sort of dip your toe in the water and see if this is something for you. If not, you're still friends. If it is, then we'd love to have you in the program starting in July. I do have a book that's going to start being written in July. It's a workbook that goes with the No One Stood Up. It's a great companion book, and I can't wait to get started on it. But yeah, the best way to get a hold of me is either on the website or my email address, which is Linda@leadwithlynda.com. And I can tell you all there is to know about Awaken the Leader.
I love that you are scheduling when you're going to be writing it, because I
Yes.
know when you schedule it, it will happen.
Absolutely. And I've got my editor already in place, and she's just chomping at the bit to get started on it.
Nothing like an accountability partner and an editor.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be great.
Thank
Linda,
you.
I appreciate your being here and giving us such an interesting glimpse into what our Toastmaster district leaders call my big why.
Yes.
And for everyone watching, you will no doubt get to know Linda more when you join us at our next meeting on April 3rd. Thank you, Linda.
Thank you for having me, Jean. It's been a pleasure.
And I'm now going to kick this back over to Kimmy Avery to talk about high performance leadership program.
Okay, that was a fabulous interview. Oh my gosh, I love getting to know our members, and I've adored Linda for a long time, but getting to know her a little bit more in depth about how she's using Toastmasters and how she perceives it, especially because she's somebody who has significant achievements under her belt, and she's getting value from participating right now, which is just amazing. Today, I want to talk to you about the High Performance Leadership Project and what it is and why you want to do one. I am doing one on this newsletter and getting the video newsletter combined with the written newsletter out every month. It started off being part of a competition that Toastmasters International was doing. And I've always had the vision of how to get more visibility for me and for all of our members, because we're all entrepreneurs. We want to make our messages obviously heartfelt, but also to reach around the world. And this video format that we've been doing has contributed to that. So the newsletter birthed out of that, doing the video newsletter. I had a bigger project and I had to focus it down, and you can read about that in the last newsletter. But the High Performance Leadership Project is designed to give you leadership skills in whatever area works for you. It doesn't have to be Toastmasters related, as mine is, but it could be something for your business or your personal life, or anything that you feel like you need to have a team of people supporting you. And let me tell you, most women I know feel like we kind of have to do it all by ourselves. We're not supposed to have needs. We're not supposed to feel like we want to ask anybody for help. That's the lone wolf syndrome, and it gets us into a lot of problems. So when you transition into leadership and bringing a team together, that hones your skills so that you can really take your message anywhere you want it to go. In the Toastmasters program, you learn about your leadership style, how it is affecting the people in your life now, how you can enhance it, and you get a really firm skill base. And of course, you get a project done. I would love to have you join some sort of leadership project. In every pathway, it is a level 5 project opportunity. I'm doing it for my presentation mastery pathway, and it's available on every pathway. So you too can do that. And I'd like you to really see Toastmasters, as Linda was describing, as something that's educating you to enhance your outside life and enhance everything you do so that you're making a stronger mark in the world. If you'd like to find out more about how to do a high performance leadership project, or find out if it's a right thing for you, you can speak with me, you can speak with Annabelle, you can speak with any of our officers about it and learn more about how to create one. One other thing I want to share is that in the project, you create a guidance team and an action team. Right now, my action team are the people who show up for my videos, for the newsletter, which is a fabulous thing. And I've got a guidance committee that are helping guide and focus my project. With that said, back to you, Jeannie.
Thank you, Kimmy. And let me just put a little commercial in there about HPL projects. You learn a lot, you grow a lot. And as we've experienced working with Kimmy on this project, we get to learn a lot of practical skills like laying out a newsletter or putting together a video interview and really stretching what we do at Toastmasters. So if you want to speak to anybody, I'd also add Michael Ann in there as our VP of Pathways. And there is nobody in our group that knows Pathways better than Michael Ann. Now I'd like to introduce Dr. Michelle Pedicola, who's going to talk to us about personal growth through Toastmasters.
Thank you, Jeannie. I am so excited to talk to you about personal growth through pathways. Recently, in the last month or two, I've been involved in all the district competitions, either as an organizer or a judge. And what I have noticed is that the speeches that seem to win are the ones that exemplify the most personal growth. Interesting. Now, you may have noticed that in the Toastmasters mission statement, personal growth is part of the statement. We provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. So let's talk about personal growth. When I joined Toastmasters, I joined to become a better leader. I am an entrepreneur and I wanted to attract more clients through my speaking. Getting better at speaking is a way of having personal growth. If the growth is towards becoming more authentic, more heartfelt, more real. What I have learned is that just by practicing, it isn't enough. I started out in the legacy program. You could take your speech, your signature speech, and you could share it 10 times and just make little adjustments each time. And I did that. I also would practice my speeches 20 and 30 times before I delivered them because I was afraid that I would forget. One day, a woman said to me after my speech, "Your speech is too well rehearsed. I had a hard time listening to it." Oh my gosh, that pierced my heart. I said, I was a little defensive. And then I thought about it, and she was right. I was so busy trying to get it perfect that I lost who I was. Now, a big change for me came when I started working through the Toastmasters pathway system. Because in pathways, at least in level 2, they start giving you their own subjects. What? You mean I can't share my signature speech? I complained to Cynthia, and Cynthia said, well, why don't you think about a way in which you can incorporate your information in the speech? The first speech was about communication styles. And I thought about this for a while. And sure enough, I noticed that the various communication styles reflected certain behavior patterns, protective behavior patterns that we developed as children to protect ourselves from rejection. For example, the analytic style. The analytic communicator uses data points and statistics to hide behind. Or there's the supportive communicator. Oh, this was me, the people pleaser, asking very compassionate questions and getting people involved and loving me. And then there was the initiator. This was me, the performer, performing and entertaining and engaging while hiding who I really am. And then there is the directive style, being powerful, commanding, confident, but hiding the weak parts, hiding the vulnerable parts. This realization in my speech expanded my whole program and the way in which I deliver my services. It was a huge wake up. And I've also found that Toastmasters speeches will actually help you in your own personal life. For example, the speech about mentorship. I looked at that and I said, I've never had a mentor. I mean, not like Toastmasters talks about. but I had to give the speech. So I thought about it more deeply. And to my surprise, I realized that my mother was my mentor. My mother, who I had a lot of issues with, like most daughters have. She was my mentor for creativity and even my life purpose. This started to make me think about my other stories that I carried around about my life. And now when I take on a Pathways project, a new speech, I always try to put something personal in it because that's where the growth happens. So I'm inviting you to go a little deeper into your Pathways experience, to choose the projects that stretch you, because that's where the growth happens. The real growth is an inside job. DTMs and triple crowns, they're not the gold, but they may be a side benefit. Back to you, Jeannie.
Thank you, Michelle. That was wonderful. And you're right. We are learning a lot and learning how to be creative to get through Pathways, which I'm sure Michael Ann loves every time we talk to her about it. Now I'm going to introduce Michael Ann Conley as she gives us one of our Did You Knows. Michael Ann.
Hey everybody, would you like to get cheers for your accomplishments? I can tell you we've already got some people here who are celebrating their OATM. Can I have a show of hands of who on this meeting or have already achieved their Outstanding Achievement Toastmaster Award? Okay, let's hear it for Linda and Michelle. But you too can get your OATM. It's a great way to track all of your educational and leadership activities during a Toastmasters year. If you want to be celebrated this year at the district conference, that's on May 1st, submit your application by April 15th. And guess what? This year, the IRS has extended your deadline for doing the taxes. So you can't have that as an excuse. You can put all of your attention on your April 15th deadline for OATM. Go to d57tm.org, Member Awards and Recognition, and download the Excel document. If this doesn't make any sense, email me at the member listserv and I will get back to you. Back to you, Jeannie.
Thank you, Michael Ann. And let me just remind everyone, the member listserv is Heart2Heart. That's heart, letter 2, heart, members at googlegroups.com. And Michael Ann will get that and be able to help you right away. Thank you, Michael Ann. And now I'd like to introduce Annabelle Colstock, who's got another Did You Know for us. Annabelle.
All right, thanks, Jeannie. This is Annabelle Coldstock, and I'm the Vice President of Education at Heart2Heart. And I want to invite you to bring members in. We're having a membership drive. If you don't have the information that you need to convince somebody to join Toastmasters, I would highly suggest rewinding this video and listening to Linda Patton's interview again. She has amazing, amazing reasons why you should join. So we have a drive so that if you we're asking you to bring in a new member by June 30th or 3 members if it's after that, 3 members by December, and you get to be spotlighted. You get to be spotlighted like Karina's interview in the last month. You can go check that out. She did a great job. Just create your own video and we can put it into this newsletter, or you can be interviewed like Linda was. So let's go out there and talk about how wonderful Toastmasters and especially Heart2Heart is, and let's bring in some new members. All right. Thank you. Back to you, Jeannie.
Thanks, Annabelle. I think it would be great for everyone to practice getting at least one new member in so that y'all can get a spotlight. That would be great because we need to get to know everyone in our group as well as we got to know Linda. And now I'm going to bring Kimmy Avery back to give us yet another Did You Know? Kimmy?
Thank you, Jeannie. Did you know that even though it looks like we have everything together and everybody's got roles happening and things are happening at our meetings, there is room for you. there's room for you to participate. We need tech hosts, we need greeters, we need heart masters, we need grammarians, we need speakers. We want you to get the benefit of our club. And with that said, all you got to do is watch for the emails from Annabelle. She'll let you know what's available. If you miss that, you can still send out a message through the member groups if you want, or contact one of us directly. We want to support you in feeling comfortable speaking and participating. And I know that video is one of those things that's a little bit challenging for people. And we're going to be doing some highlighting on how you can feel more comfortable doing that. And we'd love for you to be able to step up and join the inner club and give you the opportunity to participate. And back to you, Jeannie.
Thank you, Kimmy. I hope people get involved because it's a lot of fun. And don't worry if you think you haven't done it before, because we're here to help you. And now I'd like to bring Michael Ann back up, and she's going to talk to us a little bit about getting credit on pathways. Michael Ann?
Did you know that there is one final step to complete after you've finished everything in your Pathways level? To receive your credits, be sure to do the following things. You've completed your speech or project. Return to Basecamp and open the path you've been working in. Then launch that project that you've just completed. Use the drop-down menu at the bottom to take yourself to assess your skills after. When you've completed that, you'll get a congratulations. Then you close that window, come back to the path completion session, and you will see a new box that's opened up under path completion. This is the next step to request your award. A final step, though, is email the VP of Education, that's Annabelle, to let her know that you've done this, because that's a good backup. Congratulations on completing another level. Jeannie?
Thank you, Michael Ann. And I'm sure everyone in the club knows that they need to thank you. You have made Pathways available and understandable. And I really appreciate that. Now I'd like to bring Annabelle back up to talk about celebrations and acknowledgements. Annabelle.
Thank you, Jeannie. Yes, I'd like to talk about some of the things and some of the accomplishments of our club members. We have 2 of our members who have completed all the requirements for the OATM. That's Michelle Pedicola and Linda Patton. So give them a big round of applause. We also have Michelle finishing level 3 of dynamic leadership recently, and Linda Patton also in the last several months has completed levels 1, 2, and 3 of visionary communications. Also, I want to talk to you about our upcoming meeting on April 3rd. We have a really great lineup. We have 4 speakers that are just going through their pathways like crazy. Cynthia Stott, Kimmy Avery, Linda Patton, and Michelle Pedicola are all signed up to speak, and we can't wait to hear their speeches. We have many opportunities for roles at that meeting. So we have all the evaluators we still need. We need timers. We need a tech host and a social host, grammarian, and you can check on all those spots and sign up for them at h2h.toastmastersclubs.org, our website. Also, real quick, have you heard of our headliner opportunity? We are a specialty club of entrepreneurs who are working towards being able to speak our heartfelt messages with authenticity. And we have this really great perk in our club that if you are an officer or a shadow officer, you get to sign up for a 20-minute slot to do a headliner speech. That happens at the end of our speech, after our speeches and evaluations. And this is like a TED Talk, a 20-minute talk where you get to talk about your business. You get to practice making your offer. So actually, I'm signed up to do the headliner for this next month's meeting, April 3rd. I'm very excited, nervous too. This is part of our group in Toastmasters, all these opportunities to grow and learn and step out of our comfort zones. I want to announce that we have our District 57 contests are coming up. April 16th is the evaluation contest. April 23rd, the International Speech Contest. And also our District 57 conference is being held on May 1st with the details about timing and such to be determined. But there are so many ways that you can get involved with the district conference. Contact our conference chairs, Sharon Brown or Steve Melman, if you want to get involved and become part of our conference. All right, back to you, Jeannie.
Thank you, Annabelle. We've got some good stuff coming, and I hope everybody will join us on April 3rd. I'm going to talk just a little bit to remind you about our Speakers Bureau. As you know, our own Gary McKenzie, who is our Vice President of Public Relations, is also the chair of District 57's Speakers Bureau. Last month, he laid out what the Speakers Bureau is, and I just want to remind you of the qualifications that you need to meet to be part of it. Now, I will tell you up front, I have been a guest speaker at several clubs around District 57 and also in District 39. It's a great way to get to widen out and broaden your Toastmasters world geographically. Now, when I did it, we were doing in person, and now it's even easier because while we're in the pandemic, it's all online, so you don't have to travel. The qualifications you need to pay attention to are you must have completed the Competent Communicators Manual from the Legacy System or a Pathways Level 3. You must be a Toastmaster Club member in good standing. That basically means you're current with your dues and you're active and things like that. You need to submit a 3 to 5 minute video showing you speaking on your core topic. Well, guess what? If you get to be part of the newsletter and you get spotlighted, that's a much longer one, but we can edit it down. We're here to help. And finally, you need to fill out and submit an application to become a member. So it's kind of like the old joke, you want to win the lottery, but you got to buy the ticket first. So you can get the form by emailing Speakers Bureau, one word, at d57tm.org. Please write application in the subject line so they know where to send that in the organization. Gary will be back next time to give us more about the Speakers Bureau, but I highly recommend stretching yourself just a little and getting involved. You can speak anywhere in the world once we get this kicked off. So with that, this is our newsletter. It's been a fun run because we started out, we've been doing a lot this year, and we're all learning and leveraging our skills. So thank you for spending your time with us today. I hope we were able to give you a good look at what Heart2Heart is up to. Remember, please, that we are a specialty club and we meet once a month on the first Saturday, and our next meeting is on April 3rd. We focus on helping our members give their message in an authentic way, straight from the heart. And we're always exploring ways to help our members expand their visibility, such as participating in this very newsletter. Hint, hint. I do want to make a couple of, let's call them logistical notes. All the links that we've been talking about will be put in the notes with this newsletter, and we'll be able to provide more information at all the contacts that we've given you. And with that, I really want to thank the team. Of course, I'm on the team, but I didn't do this alone. This is part and parcel, an illustration of how we can work as a club together. The newsletter team is Kimmy, Michael Ann, Linda, Michelle, and Annabelle. This helps us get our message out, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Great job, everybody. And I look forward to seeing you guys April 3rd.
Bye.